They call it Paint the Night at Disneyland. It's a parade that might be called Paint the Fire now. And why? Well, because a very dire situation occurred where the actress who plays Ariel had to be evacuated from the parade float. It's just one in a series of bad situations at Disney parks over the past weeks, months, and even years. And now, we're beginning to ask the question, are you truly safe in and around Disney World and Disneyland? We've got exclusive videos, folks. We're ready to bring them to you. We're ready to show you what's going down in the happiest and most magical places on Earth. And it's neither of the ways that they describe themselves. No, it's kind of scary. We're talking about fireworks landing on freeways. We're talking about dragons being burned to the ground. And poor Ariel having to be evacuated just in the nick of time. We'll dive in. We'll show you what's going on. And the question becomes, what's happening at Disney where now people start to feel unsafe seeing all of this stuff trending across the internet? As we dive in, click the like button, hit the subscribe, share, and drop a comment down below. We'd love to know your thoughts. All right, folks, take a look. We've got yet another case of Dismal Disney, and this time it's not water. The rivers of America are not filling up. It's fire! Fire! And like Dalsim would say, but the good news here is nobody got hurt. We want to put that out there before we get started. Nobody was harmed in the making of this Disneyland calamity. From Disney Scoop Guide, Little Mermaid float and Paint the Night at Disneyland started smoking tonight. Don't do that, folks. It's not good for your health. And the parade had to be stopped and guests were removified from the area. Now, we'll play this. I can't turn on the audio because it will have Paint the Night audio behind it, and we'll get hit by the Diz. But this is what it looked like in Disneyland, September 10th in the evening. A little bit of chaos here. The cast members trying to shoo people away. Get the kids away! As smoke and flames and all that. You can see, in fact, you see all those red lights in there. It was quite scary. And how did they get it moved out of the way once that was done? Well, take a look at this from Jay Squivel, or Jonathan. Says Little Mermaid float from Paint the Night just caught a small fire and they evacuated Ariel and all the dancers. We've also got video of this. Here's what it looked like as they were towing it away. They had to bring in a machine to tow it. All the lights off, everything stopped. This is not the first time, though. Not even close to the first time that Disney has had major issues, not only with parade floats, but with giant animatronics. How long ago was it, Vash, that they had the giant dragon? And the dragon in Fantasmic caught on fire and burned itself to the ground. Very dangerous situation. You all remember this. There's also the situation where the dragon in the parade at Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World burned and I think was a serious danger to the buildings around Liberty Square as well as guests. This is a problem now, and I'm starting to wonder, what is Disney going to do about safety with these things? They seem to have a pattern of fires and smoke, and these things don't go so well. In fact, I would say that this one where they had to evacuate Ariel, the lady playing Ariel, I would say that this went better than anything they've had before. At least with this one, they ran the guests away. They brought out the whatever, the extinguishers, towed it, all that kind of stuff. But at least this time the sucker didn't burn all the way to the ground.
Well, so with Ariel, that's kind of tough because she's immobile. It's interesting because in Fantasmic, for example, she got no legs, costume.
Vash. She got no legs.
Right. So in Fantasmic, she's got no legs there either. And so what has to happen for the transition from, like, for example, where she's on like the lead float during the Princess segment, and then she joins the Mark Twain for its final segment. What has to happen is, like, Prince Eric actually has to carry her to those other destinations. So in this way, in Paint the Night, and you can see what this float actually looks like right here with this visual right now. This is something I took on my most recent visit here. I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead so you can see the float. You can see that that's kind of a scary moment for that performer because you have to get somebody to carry her out.
Right, she's like Lieutenant
move.
Dan, Vash. I feel like Forrest saying she found her legs. They got her out of there.
Like a
terrible.
flounder at that point. If my thing was on fire, I'd be just like,
yeah, whatever it takes to get out of that thing.
Right.
Yeah, but you have a float driver as well, so it's kind of a scary moment, and you can see how many lighting fixtures are actually on here. It's a pretty dazzling float to see, but pretty complicated technically. So I can definitely see why they would experience problems right there. Thankfully, nobody hurt in this instance. But even in the recent past, bro, and let me go ahead and share my screen once again. You can see right here, this is just, I think, less than a week old right now. This video from Guy Selga here. And you can see one of their facilities. Their theater, actually, the Royal Theater, was actually ruined with the emergency sprinklers going off there. And that show that takes place there 6 times a day has not returned since. So that's another venue damaged by this. And within the week or so as well, you have a firework actually going off and hitting the nearby 5 freeway in spectacular fashion right there. So Disney Entertainment.
I have to do the sound effect every time. Play it again, Vash. Don't take away my joy. Just do it again. Okay, ready? Good. Ladies and gentlemen, join with me wherever you are and whatever you're doing watching this. Watch it come down in 3, 2, 1. Say it with me. Pew! That's actually really dangerous, Vash, because Vash, if that had hit somebody's windshield, that is a very likely fatal situation. You've caused somebody to wreck.
Next to me on the highway, I'm like, if that crap lands next to me on the highway, I'm like, the aliens are attacking everybody, run!
Bail! It's a very scary moment, and thankfully, it doesn't look like there was an accident because of that, which is very, very good. But it's just Disney Entertainment right now has had a host of problems over the last 2 years. I have no idea what is going on with Disneyland Entertainment. It used to be the envy of even the Disney parks chain, much less the theme park
let's
community.
Let's talk about safety. Marvin, get in here. Let's talk about safety. This is a lot of stuff that's been going on lately. Is it still safe to go to Disney parks, and should state regulators be looking into the company more?
I mean, we've never seen things on the level that we've been seeing the last few years, from sewage leaks to collapsing ceilings, to lighting fixtures popping up out of the ground, creating tripping hazards. I mean, it is becoming borderline, dangerous to take these vacations. But I mean, my first thought was, wait a minute, fire, flooding, man, I feel like I read about this in a book somewhere.
Jaws.
Yes, that was it. That was
a Bible joke.
Yes,
right
it was a plagues reference. If locusts start showing up now, then we know to avoid the.
I was waiting for Jonas to make another frog joke about how they got rid of the frogs, but he didn't come through.
And look, I think the safety conversation and the maintenance problem, I think, is a profound one, Pro, because look, I remember the last time things like this started to happen in the 1990s, and unfortunately that resulted in the loss of 2 guests because of Disney's failing to both maintain their parks and to adequately train their cast members. So I do look at this and I go, this has devastating consequences if you don't maintain these parks properly. And that includes your entertainment division as well. The company will be like, oh, look at the entertainment. We got the new electrical parade at, Magic Kingdom and so forth. And it's like, your entertainment program has been cut back substantially in only the last few years or so, and it's had consequences for guests every single day, obviously visiting these parks wanting an entertainment package, to have the Hyperion closed and all kinds of stuff. Not good. But to lose in this case, like a Dragon, for instance, that's a $10 million asset gone. And there is, by the way, I was pretty firm that there was going to be a replacement coming soon. Apparently that might not be the case from what I hear. And it's just, we just lose these things forever because of, the idiotic decisions, I'm just going to say it, of the people running these places.
Well, they stopped hiring people based on ability. We've been over this. Like, they stopped hiring geniuses, and they started hiring people based on how they were born, and they started getting quotas. And, oh, by the way, the schools that they were hiring from, they stopped acquiring students based on, whether or not they're academically talented, and dropped all the skill requirements. So here we are, people. They can't run the parks anymore because nobody knows what the heck they're doing. Jonas, it's your turn. Ribbit.
Either playing with fire No, this is actually an interesting point in Disney history. When they incorporated fireworks, they were timed using special machines. What was that special machine? A guy with a few fingers missing who just knew when all of the fireworks were supposed to go off. He lit them by hand.
We called him Ned. Ned was a great guy.
I forget the name of the guy, but they literally just had a guy sometimes lighting them and then throwing them.
It could be worse. It could be Stonehenge.
It's pretty insane back in the day. I mean, it was pretty wild. That stuff would pass today.
It's one of those things where every time you say it, you wonder who actually knows that was how it was. The same as there was like maybe a vertically challenged woman who played the first Tinkerbell. It was a very different time. Did they really put rainbows in front of Maleficent? This is something where Disney has probably better fireworks technology than any company on the planet. They pioneer launch systems that use air pressure instead of ignition on the ground, things like that. They really should have this under control. They need to watch their fire and keep their people safe. Sometimes these things happen, but in the age of social media, the internet is forever. So those Disney memories last a lifetime. That's what I have to say about that.
Tom, if we decide to start doing fireworks shows as part of the Pro Channel, will you be the one to throw them?
He likes turtles.
Darn it.
I don't know if I'm qualified for that.
Do you have all your fingers?
Yes.
Yeah, you're not the guy.
Probably
That's not what we're looking for. All right, folks, that's where we'll leave it for now. But there are questions as to the safety inside Disney parks. No, seriously, we're not trying to make this bigger than it should be. The videos you've seen have been in the last few years, and fireworks landing on the freeways, blasting at drivers who had no idea what was coming for them. Hopefully, they get this cleaned up, because that sort of thing could be the end. Everybody, though, 1, 2, 3. Well, folks, we've come to the end of another video of pure excellence and fun. Explaining entertainment, keeping you ahead of the culture curve. That's what we hope you believe we've just done. And why should you believe it? Well, because we've done our very best to make it so. To be true, to be factual, and to do what the mainstream, so-called access journalists simply won't. Folks, you can help share this out across the fruited plains of YouTube by clicking the like button, share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. And folks, as we get ready to say sayonara for now, we ask that you keep learning, keep growing, and wherever you are and whatever you're doing, keep having fun.
Jump into the water!
Why listen to music made by people and companies who really don't like you? Check out Vacation Radio today and prepare for all new content made by the people behind the WDW Pro Channel. It's the place you need for all the music. That should be fun. Hundreds of songs, every genre you can imagine. Listen live on YouTube and enjoy a set list that's always sunny. It's Vacation Radio. What are you waiting for? Every WDW Pro video has a link to Vacation Radio in the video description. Try it out and subscribe today.